What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Saturday, September 24th. It's day 81 inside the Big Brother house, and there is only one day left. After today, tomorrow is the season finale for Big Brother 24, where we will see either Taylor, Monte, or Turner crowned as the winner of the season. It's been a wild ride. And the episode last night really kind of reflected that. It was the memory lane episode where we saw moments from the house, some that we've seen before, some that we didn't. Let's kind of just break down some of them. First off, they started with Jasmine, her breaking her ankle, which it feels like so long ago, but also yesterday. It's so weird watching some of these clips. And they also covered Muffin Gate, which by far was one of the funniest things to happen this season, with Turner taking half of the muffin and being on a secret mission just to annoy Jasmine pretty much all season. The birthday party was a whole nother situation with Turner. Their little rivalry was fantastic. There was a lot of little DR sessions as well, where they were showing like them both doing impressions of the other, and I thought that was really good too. We saw some things with Alyssa and her bad geography. Then we got the Daniel Monte confrontation. They were kind of talking about how Daniel was very aggressive in the house, and he confronted Monte immediately after Nicole's eviction, which just a little flashback on that. If anybody doesn't remember, Monte told Daniel, hey, it might not be a good idea for you to use the veto. You know, I can't guarantee that Nicole will be safe if you use it. And they went, uh-oh, he's trying to save Taylor. We need to use the veto so we can vote her out. And instead, Nicole got voted out. And he then confronted Monte, being like, you manipulated everybody. It's like, dude, he warned you. He warned you. And one of the things that always bugged me with especially Daniel's reactions to a lot of things is he would always claim that, oh, Taylor will be someone who would blow up and get emotional and be loud, when the only one to actually really do that was Daniel. And when he did it to people, they were the exact opposite of how he said they would react. So, come on, Daniel. Turner's showering and his laundry habits were mentioned, about how he's only showering every other day, and how he had so much laundry all kind of piled up. So that was kind of in there as well. You know what I always do like, though? I mentioned some of the DRs that we didn't get to see during the season. But they always do these like DR compilations of like the house guests coming in when they're real tired, or like asking for special things in the diary room. And I don't know, for me, I always wish they would include those more in the actual edit of the show. They're more real and authentic, especially compared to kind of the forced fake diary room sessions that we usually get in recent seasons. And I really wish they would go back to more of a classic Big Brother editing style, especially with the diary rooms. The Kyle drama was all brought up as well. We saw his talk with Terrance, which really kind of was how he formulated his plan going forward on how he was going to have these more difficult conversations with everyone and kind of make amends throughout the house. We also saw his conversation with Taylor as well, who I remember when they actually took place, I was just so impressed with how Monte and Taylor both handled their conversations with Kyle during that whole drama. One of the other really funny things that they talked about on the episode was Taylor having that conversation. She's like, what if someone died? What if we woke up one day and it's like, oh no, Peter choked on some food and now he's dead, or Peter's dead in his bed. And I don't know why I kept thinking of Peter Brown from BB Can as the Peter she's talking about. And then it also reminded me a lot of the very famous moment from Big Brother UK. It was a celebrity version, and David Bowie's ex-wife was in the house, and she finds out the news of David passing. She's all upset, and she tells one of the other house guests that, oh, David's dead. The only problem is there was a house guest named David in the house as well. So they were like, oh no, David's dead. And they ran around the house telling everybody about how David was dead. And they're like, no, David's right here. It's like, why would she say that? It's like, not that David, my David. Just a classic misunderstanding. But, you know, with death, because you got to laugh at it. Other than that, though, that pretty much wrapped up the episode. We then went into the start of the first part of the HoH competition. It was Wiener Fest, where they had to hang on to these hot dogs and hold on to them as tight as they could. They were kind of swinging and swaying all around, spinning in circles. So we already know the results of that, but we will see that finished on tomorrow's finale, as well as part 2, which we know all about as well once we get into the live feed update portion of this video. And then we will also see part 3, where the winners of those two competitions will face each other off to find out who the final HoH is and who will have the final decision on who they sit next to and who gets sent to jury. But let's jump into the live feed update, because while there's not much, we do have some stuff to talk about, especially with part 2 of the HoH. So yesterday, well, really the day before, we found out about how Turner won part 1 of the HoH competition. He was the one who was able to hold on to his wiener the longest in that competition, outlasting Monte and Taylor. And I believe the order of drops was Taylor first and then Monte. So that takes us to yesterday, which was a very early start for part 2 of the HoH, which would be Monte versus Taylor, and Monte was able to pull it off. So it will be Monte versus Turner in the final third part of this HoH competition. One of them will have the decision on whether or not they want to take the other or Taylor to that last seat, and it kind of clears things up, because there's really now only 4 possible outcomes. If Monte wins, he either takes Turner or Taylor. If Turner wins, he either takes Taylor or Monte. But which one will they take and what's better for their game is something that's still up for debate. Before we get into kind of speculation on what could happen, what will happen, let's talk about Taylor. She was, understandably upset at her loss. She pretty much thought that the only way that she could win this game is if she took herself to the final 2. It was really important to her to not be taken to the final 2, but to win her way there. And now she just has to kind of sit back and watch the guys compete for the third part. So obviously she was upset and disappointed in herself that she wasn't able to pull it off. A little bit about the competition, because we did find out some stuff. It was kind of a city kind of skyscraper thing where they had a slide to different points, putting correct competition titles up. There was a bunch of different titles for all the different competitions, some decoys mixed in there as well. And as far as the time goes, apparently it was really close. Taylor only lost by about 20 seconds, and they said her time was around 7 minutes and 4 seconds. So that means that Monte must have had somewhere around 640 seconds. So apparently it was really close. It was a really close competition, kind of a heartbreaker for Taylor. But again, if she can get to the final 2, I think there is a chance that she can pull this off. But will either of the guys take her? That's the question. When Taylor went to the diary room, Turner and Monte kind of, solidified, like, hey, like, it's you and me, right? Like, Turner was like, no matter what, the way I see it, like, we're in the end. And he was trying to get Monte to, like, fully confirm it. And Monte's just like, yeah, man. Yeah. But is he just saying that to Turner to not be fully committal? Because when Turner would leave and it was just him and Taylor, he would kind of be like, yeah, I kind of say, I'll take them, but we'll see. When they're alone with each other, they all are kind of saying different things, and they're saying, what they need to say. Again, Turner and Taylor were together, and he kind of realizes that his best shot would be against Taylor rather than Monte. But does he take Monte over Taylor, or does he try and go for the possible win and take Taylor, even though he might lose, and cut who he thinks is his best friend still in the house? So it's difficult to tell. It's difficult to tell. They each have their own agendas and reasons why they should take the other or not. But it's something that we're just going to have to wait till finale night to see what exactly happens. But let's kind of just look at the jury. Let's look at the possible scenarios and try and figure out if we can come up with a consensus of what I think will happen. So first off, let's say Monte wins part 3 of the HoH and he takes Taylor. Let's run down the jury and try and get an idea who would vote where. Let's see, Indy. Indy never really liked Taylor. If we're going to be honest, she was very jealous of her. She was very jealous when she would spend time with Joseph. And she was very, very clear on that she hated seeing them together. So I would imagine Indy would not vote for Taylor in many scenarios. And if given the chance, she probably would vote Monte over Taylor. Jasmine as well didn't really have a great relationship with Taylor. They kind of mended fences a little bit towards the end there when the Brochella split house thing was going on. But would she end up voting for her over Monte? I don't know, because Monte's also was lying to her a lot of the game, but it does seem like maybe she would probably lean towards Monte as well. That would be 2 votes for Monte. Joseph's a toss-up. I could definitely see him going for Taylor, but after finding out the news that Monte and Taylor were getting very close, he seemed very disappointed in that. Who would he hold that more against? I have to think he would lean more towards voting for Taylor because they did get really close friends there. But again, maybe hurt feelings are hurt feelings, and he goes Monte. Let's just assume he votes Taylor. So that would be 2 votes to 1 for Taylor over Monte. Kyle, again, probably a toss-up, but I would see him more likely voting Monte. So that would be 3 votes Monte, 1 vote Taylor. Then you have Terrance, who... so Terrance is a known flip-flopper. Terrance was the long-time employee of the convenience store, and he definitely changes his mind on a lot of the things that he wants to do. At times he said that he hated Taylor. Other times he was saying that he wanted to work with her. In his exit interviews, he was pulling for Taylor. Multiple times he tried to get Monte out, but also wanted to work with Monte. So where his votes, it's kind of a wild card, real toss-up, but just for the sake of argument, to try and keep things a little bit even, let's just say he votes Taylor. We'll just say he votes Taylor. So that would be 3-2 to win. What are you gonna need? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are there 10 jurors? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There would be 9 jurors. You need 5 to win. So right now, if we give Terrance to Taylor, that is 3-2 for Monte over Taylor. That brings us to Michael. Michael's vote is also going to be interesting. I would think Michael is the type of fan who would want to vote for someone who had more of an impact in the game, and he would think that Monte taking him out was the best game move, and I think he would vote for Monte in that situation, making it 4-2 Monte, which would mean he would only need 1 more vote to win. That then gets you to Alyssa and Brittany. I think there's a strong chance they might vote for Taylor. I really do. Taylor and Alyssa had gotten very close towards the end. Could it have just been kind of her fake playing the game? Maybe. They did have like a weird little like drunken final two, like weeks and weeks ago. Back when I think Daniel was still the HoH, they had both gotten a little tipsy and made a little final two, but it never really kind of formulated, and Taylor did try and get her out. Would she just vote the same way as Kyle and vote for Monte? That's a very strong possibility, but I could also see her try to vote with Taylor and have her be the winner. Same thing with Brittany. I could see her thinking that the same way as Michael, where, hey, Monte was the one who took me out, but I got really close with Taylor, even though I did try and vote her out. So I could see a scenario where it ends up being, with the jurors that we have right now, the 8, it could be a split, and then it would come down to Turner. And if Monte cut at Turner, well, I think he still would maybe vote for Monte. I think he would still maybe vote for Monte in that situation. So in that scenario, I could see it being at, and again, this is like giving Terrance to Taylor, because Terrance's vote is going to be a wild card in this situation. I could see it being like maybe even 5-4 for Monte to win. I don't think it would be a blowout necessarily. It could be maybe a 6-3, or if the jury just kind of comes to a consensus, they could kind of sweep it to Monte, with maybe Joseph being the only vote for Taylor potentially. But I don't necessarily see Taylor winning over Monte, especially with the jury being so pro Monte during the jury segment that we last saw. But maybe things change. Maybe we'll get a better idea during the final roundtable the jury will have on tomorrow's episode. So that's one scenario. That's if Monte would win and take Taylor. Now, Monte could win and take Turner, and I think we're going to have very similar results here, but for the most part, I would see Indy and Jasmine both voting for Monte. Joseph, it could be a toss-up for him, maybe with, again, the hurt feelings that he has over the Monte Taylor situation. Maybe he would vote Turner. They were, pretty good buddies. They would stay up late chatting, and it would kind of be kind of a toss-up for him. Kyle maybe more likely would vote for Turner. I could see him really being like, hey, listen, like, yeah, the whole drama stuff happened. You had to do what you had to do, but the two of them were very close the entire game. So I could see it potentially being a split vote here, or 3-1 for Monte. With Terrance, again, it's a toss-up. Let's just say Monte, and at that point, it's a 4-1 situation for Monte, or a 3-2 situation for Monte. Because again, Joseph, I think, is a big wild card where his vote will go as well. I could see many reasons why he would vote for any of the three if they were up against each other. I think his vote is probably the most concrete in a Turner-Taylor situation, but we'll get to that one as well. With Michael's vote, if it was Monte and Turner, again, both of them had a hand in taking him out of the game. He seemed to be very angry with Turner, though, going against his word that he wouldn't put an LGBTQ plus person up on the block, which he did. But would he hold that against him? I'm not 100% sure, but I would lean towards he would probably vote Monte as the winner. Alyssa, she claimed that if Turner didn't vote for her to stay, that he wouldn't get her vote. But I also just, listen, friends vote for friends in this game, and they were friends for a very long time in this house. Even before Kyle was involved with anything, her and Turner had a pretty good friendship from pretty much week one, and even before Pooch left, they were all pretty close. So I could see her still voting for Turner, and then Brittany would probably vote for Monte. So just kind of adding that up there, it would be 1, 2 for Monte, let's say 3, maybe 4, and then with Michael that would be 5. But then again, it could also be, I could easily see in it being almost split down the center, 4-4, depending on Joseph and Terrance's vote. Those ones are real wild cards. Uh, yeah, and then Brittany, I think, would vote for Monte as well. So that would, yeah, I think Monte would take it over Turner in those situations. Now, even if Turner would win, I don't think that would change much on whether or not they would vote for Monte or Turner. I think just in all the scenarios so far, I think Monte actually has the best chance to win if he's in the final two against either of the competitors. It just might be a little bit closer if Taylor is the one he's sitting next to. Weird, because I wouldn't have necessarily thought that before the last jury segment, but they all seem to be very pro Monte in that one. So now let's kind of talk about the Taylor versus Turner situation, because this is where you would then force Indy and Jasmine to make a decision on two people they don't really like, and I would think they would actually probably lean towards Taylor more than Turner. Joseph, again, kind of a wild card in this situation, but I think he would lean towards Taylor unless he really is hurt by the whole Taylor Monte scenario that's taken place. Kyle, I think, would go towards Turner. And really, I think in this scenario, maybe the only votes that Turner would have against Taylor would be maybe Kyle. Terrance, again, wild card. Who knows what he would do? And Alyssa. So it would be 3 votes for Turner. And if he cut Monte over Taylor, I don't know where Monte's vote would really land, but it wouldn't matter. Even if he could get 4, you need 5 to win, and I just don't see Michael and Brittany voting for Turner over Taylor. They were both very close to Taylor before being evicted. They had final 3s with her, so I could see them very likely voting her as the winner. So yeah, those are our scenarios, and I think it really breaks down to this. Monte wins in almost all of them if he's there. Turner loses to both of them if he's there, and I think Taylor can beat Turner. I think that's kind of how things lay out here. For Turner, I think he kind of realizes he loses to either of them, which is why he would more likely take Monte. But we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. I could be completely wrong with how I'm seeing it and where the jury members votes are going to lie, because at the end of the day, you really don't know what they're going to value more. Are they going to value someone who played a more loyal game? Are they going to value somebody who has a really good story? Are they going to value friendships that they created? And each juror has their own idea on what makes a good winner. So it's really going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. I think the person who has the most likely chance to win at the moment is Monte, followed by Taylor if she's sitting next to Turner. And for Turner at this point, I'm not sure if he has the votes in jury, but we will see. Once again, if you are new here, though, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, smash that like button, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, you never miss a stream. We will be live tomorrow for the finale, the live finale, where we will see one of these 3 crown the winner of Big Brother 24. Also, there is the America's vote. You can vote for America's favorite house guest. The vote is live on the Big Brother website. You can vote up to 10 times per email, I'm pretty sure it is. So maybe you make a couple extra emails and vote for your favorite. I do also think potentially if the 3rd place person were to win America's favorite house guest, they would actually get pretty much the same amount as the 2nd place winner plus a cruise. So probably even a little bit more if we're being honest. So if for some reason it does end up being Monte and Turner in the final 2 and Taylor were to win the final the America's vote, they all could be walking away with a good chunk of change here. They all could be doing pretty well for themselves. So we'll see how this all plays out. I'm excited for it. I know you guys, I'm sure, are as well. Other than that, a couple of things you can check out on the channel if you like Survivor. I have been doing a Survivor recap episodes. So we have the first episode up on the channel already. You can check out the premiere episode recap. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good opener. It was a 2-hour long opener, and it didn't feel like 2 hours long. It really kind of felt like it flew by. We've also been doing the Amazing Race. So you can see up here all the teams that are running in the Amazing Race. You probably noticed Derek and Claire from BB23. They're on this season. And it also was a really good start to the season. So the recap video is up on my channel right now. So we'll be doing those throughout the entire season as we start to wrap up the Big Brother season here. And then coming up in October, we've got things like the challenge, also the mole, which is coming back. I'm really excited for that as well. So the content is not going anywhere. I will also at some point do the whole season recap, kind of looking over week by week things I liked, things I didn't, and just kind of talk about the season as a whole, and kind of go over all of my thoughts. Spoiler alert, I really like this season. I think it's one of the best ones that we've had in a very long time. So keep an eye out for that video when it comes out. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, you never miss a stream. There's also links in the description down below for my Twitter, my Twitch, our Discord, where you can join the conversation over there as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.